Once look at this problem. So they have given that alpha comma beta comma gamma are in GP. This is the condition. These are the three consecutive terms of the GP. If these are in the GP, therefore the condition for the GP is beta square is equal to alpha into gamma. This is the condition. And they have given that alpha x square plus 2 beta x plus gamma is equal to 0 and x square plus x minus 1 is equal to 0 have a common root. These two equations have a common root. These two equations have a common root means what is that common root? That we have to find it. To find this, since it is the equation is alpha x square plus 2 beta x plus gamma is equal to 0. This is the first equation, right? Now, if you observe this, alpha x square, this is I can write root alpha x whole square. Yes. Or otherwise, I will find the discriminant value of this. As I am going for this, I will go for the discriminant value of this. That is the d. That is b square minus 4ac. I will calculate it. What is the value of b square minus 4ac?
4 beta square.
4 beta square minus 4 into ac means
4 alpha.
Okay. Now, from this beta square is how much? Alpha gamma. Beta square means alpha gamma. That means 4 alpha gamma minus 4 alpha gamma, which is 0. Means we got that the discriminant value is 0. मतलब क्या है?
Equal.
Roots are equal.
Roots are equal.
Roots are equal.
Roots are equal. Means for the first equation, the roots are equal, and they are saying that these two equations have a common root. These two equations have the common root means whatever the roots of the second equation also will be the same thing, no?
0. Both have
the common root. Means both the roots are common. Means indirectly they have given that these two equations have both the roots are in common. Because this has equal root means if one root is an alpha, other root is an alpha. So alpha is the common root means but then for that equation also the second root also will be the alpha. That's why. So that is both the roots are common. If both the roots are common for any two equation, then we know the condition that for the two given quadratic equations, if both the roots are in common, then the ratio of between the corresponding coefficient must be equal. Therefore, x square coefficient is alpha upon, here x square coefficient is 1, must be equal to 2 beta upon x coefficient is 1 here.
1
is equal to gamma upon minus 1.
Minus 1.
That is the condition. So take all these are is equal to say k. So take that k. आपको k पसंद नहीं तो दूसरा कुछ ले सकते हैं. So मुझे k पसंद है. So take this as a k. Now equal the corresponding value. Therefore, what is the value of the alpha?
K.
Beta is equal to
K
by 2.
K by
2.
Gamma is equal to minus k.
Minus k.
Now we have to find alpha into beta plus gamma. You have to find the value of this, where alpha is k, beta is k by 2, and gamma is minus k. That is equal to k by 2 minus k. That is minus k by 2 into k. That is minus k square by 2. Okay, this is the value, we got it. Now we will check from the option. Which option is going to give this value? So इसमें पहला option क्या है? Alpha, beta. First option is alpha into beta. Alpha बोले तो k. Beta बोले तो k by 2. So this is going to give the k square by 2. So that is not correct. So second option is given 0. This is also not correct. Third option is given alpha gamma. Third option is given alpha into gamma, where alpha is k into minus k. It is also not possible. It is also not correct. Therefore, gamma and beta. Beta means k by 2 into minus k, that is minus k square by 2, that is correct. This is the fourth option. Okay, take that.
Complete, sir.
Done, sir.
Sir.
Done, sir. In this problem, you can understand that the logic is that they have given that common root. But the logic is that we should know this. So the roots are equal. That's why the second root is also in common, means both the roots are in common. So that point we have to identify. Next, look at the next problem. Problem number 4. Let's understand that. It is looking like Lenzer one, but it is easy problem. Observe that alpha, beta are the roots of the equation at 375x square. Alpha, beta are the roots of the equation 375x square minus plus 20 minus 25x minus 2 is equal to 0. Then what is the value of limit n tends to infinity sigma r is equal to 1 to n alpha power r plus limit n tends to infinity sigma r is equal to 1 to n beta power r. So you have to find the value of this. Just observe here. So first, if you observe this problem, here limit n tends to infinity. That meaning is that n is going to approach us to the infinity. N represents the number of terms. So the number of terms reaches to the infinity. So number of terms reaches to the infinity means in this series, the total number of the terms are infinity. That is the meaning of that. Means this final value reaches to the infinity. So if you expand the sigma, first keep r is equal to 1 there, it is alpha plus alpha square plus alpha cube plus and so on. Lastly, we will have the alpha power n, where n reaches to the infinity means it leads to the infinity series. Plus, similarly the second one, if you expand the sigma, keep r is equal to 1 means it is a beta plus beta square plus beta cube and so on up to the infinity. It also reaches to the infinity series. Let's observe this first one. Which series it is?
GP.
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 What is the common ratio?
Alpha.
Alpha.
So sum to the infinity terms of the GP. What is the
A
formula for
upon
it?
1 minus R. A
Good.
upon 1 minus
A
R.
upon 1 minus R.
1 minus R.
A means alpha by 1 minus alpha plus.
Alpha.
Similarly, second one, beta upon
Beta
1
by
minus beta.
1
B
minus
1 minus
1
beta.
minus beta.
Means indirectly they have given this value. Now we will take the LCM here. The LCM is 1 minus alpha into 1 minus beta is an
1 minus
LCM.
beta.
Then do the cross multiplication. Alpha into 1, alpha.
Alpha minus alpha beta.
Alpha minus alpha beta plus beta minus alpha beta.
minus alpha beta.
Good. Then here we can observe that alpha plus beta minus alpha beta minus alpha beta means minus 2 alpha
Minus
beta
2 alpha beta.
upon. Now, if you multiply the denominator 1 into 1, 1 minus alpha
1 minus beta minus alpha plus alpha beta.
I can take minus common alpha plus beta plus alpha beta. This is what we are getting to multiply the denominator. Now, alpha plus beta, that is the sum of the root. What is the sum of the root?
25
25 by
25 by
375 by 375.
1 by 8.
375.
Minus 2 into, what is alpha into beta?
Minus 2 upon
Minus 2 by 375.
Good. By 1 minus alpha plus beta means 25 by 375 minus 2 by 375. So where the LCM in the numerator and denominator is 375, that LCM gets cancelled. Now here minus into minus plus, 2 into 2 4, 25 plus 4, that is 29,
29.
upon here 375 minus 25 minus 2, that is minus 27. 375 minus 27, that is 348. 29 upon 348 is the answer. So now this is 29 ones are, 29 12s are gets cancelled. So 1 by 12 is the final answer. 29 12s are 348. Take that.
Sir, please explain it once again.
Done, sir.
Okay. So it is a simple
Done,
question.
sir.
Once observe this series, n tends to infinity, n reaches to the infinity, n represents the number of terms, reaches to the infinity means the series leads to the infinity series. That is the meaning of that. The total number of the terms are infinity. So if you expand this sigma, first keep r is equal to 1 there, alpha power 1 plus keep r equal to 2 alpha square plus alpha cube, like that n reaches to the infinity. The number of terms reaches to the infinity. This is also the same way. Here also the series reaches to the infinity in terms of the beta. If you observe that this is going to represent sum to the infinity terms of the GP. First term is alpha, common ratio also alpha. We know the formula for sum to the infinity terms of the GP is A upon 1 minus R. A means alpha by 1 minus R is also alpha. Similarly, for the second series, where first term is beta, common ratio is beta, so beta by 1 minus beta. Now, if you take the LCM and if you simplify that, this is what we are getting. Now, alpha plus beta, that is the sum of the root, find from the equation. Product of the root also find from the equation, substitute that and simplify that to get the answer.
So there n equals to infinity or it tends to infinity?
N tends to infinity, because infinity means it is not a particular
Sir,
number.
but we have taken the n equal to infinity. So
actually infinity means it is not the number, it is the symbol, right? That's why you should not take n equal to infinity at any cost. Because infinity, we don't know what is the value of the infinity. That's why always you have to take that n tends to infinity only, means n approaches to the infinity. That is the meaning of that. Infinity tak lena padega. So n tends to infinity only, always you have to take it. N equal to infinity should not take it. It is not a particular value.
Okay.
Infinity bole to.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now look at the problem number 5. This problem number 5, presently we can't able to solve it because it will involve a lot of trigonometry calculations. So after completion of the trigonometry topic, we can able to complete this. So leave that problem now. Now look at the problem number 6. Observe that. If one real root of the quadratic equation is cube of the other, then what is the value of the k? One real root is the cube of the other. So we will take those roots are, say one root is alpha, other root will be
alpha cube.
Alpha cube. So we'll take like this. So let alpha comma alpha cube will be the roots of 81x squared plus kx plus 256 is equal to 0. Then we have to find the value of the k. So to find this, first we will find the sum of the roots. That is alpha plus alpha cube. How much? Minus k by 81.
Minus k by 1.
Now we will find the product of the root. What is the product of the root? K into k cube. That is 256 by 81.
256 by 81.
256 by 81.
Good. So k cube
Alpha
into
into
k
alpha.
means this k power 4. 256
So there
I
alpha
can write
into
4
alpha
power
cube.
alpha
So
into
it's alpha into
alpha cube.
sorry. Alpha into alpha cube. So this is alpha power 4. Here this is I can write the 4 power 4. 81 means 3 power 4. Then together I can write 4 by 3 whole power 4. Therefore
300
barabar. 4 by 3
plus
whole power
minus
4.
300
Minus 300. Okay.
plus minus 300 answer.
Okay, good. So alpha value we got it is a 4 by 3. Means one root of that is 4 by 3 we got it. Keep that 4 by 3 here. It is 4 by 3 plus alpha cube means 4 by 3 whole cube. That is 4 cube. 64 by 3
64
cube means
by
81. Is
81.
equal to, sorry, 27.
27.
27.
LCM क्या है? 27.
27.
3 9s are 27. 9 4s are
36.
Plus 64 is equal to minus k by 81. 27 1s are 27. 3s are get cancelled. So 64 plus 36 that is 100. 100 into 3 that is 300. Therefore k value is minus 300.
Minus 300.
This is the answer. This is there in the option.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
So
Next, look at the 7th problem. What is the value of the lambda such that sum of the squares of the roots of the quadratic equation has least value is? So let alpha beta take the roots of that equation. They are given that the sum of the squares of the roots is least. Then what is the value of the lambda? So let's take that alpha comma beta are the roots of the equation. X square plus 3 minus lambda into x plus 2 is equal to lambda. Bring that lambda this side, minus lambda is equal to 0. Okay. Observe this problem. So let's assume that alpha beta will be the roots of that equation. Now they are saying that the sum of the squares of the roots, that is alpha square plus beta square, is least. So this is minimum. This will have the minimum. That is what is meaning of that. Alpha square plus beta square. We can write alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta.
2 alpha beta.
What is alpha plus beta?
Minus lambda.
3 minus
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 3 minus.
Minus of 3
3.
minus lambda. Minus of 3 minus lambda whole square means 3 minus lambda whole square. Minus 2 into alpha into beta is 2 minus lambda. Okay. Now if you expand this, which is 9 plus lambda square minus 2ab, 2 3 is 6 lambda, multiply here minus 4 plus 2 lambda. So this is lambda square minus 6 lambda plus 2 lambda, that is
Minus
minus
4
4 lambda plus 9 minus 4, that is 5. So this is a quadratic expression, we got it. In this quadratic expression, quotient of the lambda square is 1, which is a positive. We know that for any quadratic expression, the quotient of x square has the positive sign, that expression will give minimum.
Minimum value.
They are also saying that this will give the least value. At what value of the x it will give the least value?
minus b by 2.
Minus
Minus
Minus b by 2a. Means here lambda value is minus b by 2a. At this value of the lambda, this expression is minimum. So minus b. What is the b value here? Minus 4.
4.
So minus 4 means 4 by 2a. The 2 into a is 1. Therefore answer is 2.
2.
Means when lambda is equal to the 2, that expression will give the minimum. Okay, take that. And sometimes they also may ask it, what is the minimum value of this? How do you find the minimum value? 4ac minus b square by
4ac minus b square by 4.
By using the formula, you can calculate that. Take that.
Done.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Okay. Next, understand the problem number 8. Consider the quadratic equation c minus 5 into x squared eighth one. Just observe that c minus 5 into x squared minus 2cx plus c minus 4 is equal to 0. C minus 4 is equal to 0, where c is not equal to 5. Let capital S be the set of all integral values of the small c for which one root of the equation lies in the interval 0, 2 and its another root lies in the interval 2, 3, then the number of elements in the S is. That means the number of integral solutions for the C, if one root lies in between 0 to the 2, other root lies between 2 to the 3. Let's understand the problem. Already you are aware about this concept. So this is the expression. Okay. So already I told you that this expression, they are saying that it has the two roots. This expression will have the two roots. Means this expression is going to meet on the x-axis at the two different points. Means there is a two possibilities will be there, because they are saying that one root is lying between 0 to the 2, other root is lying between 2 to the 3. Means if I draw the graph of that expression, the graph might be like this, because one root, say alpha, is going to lie between 0 to the 2, other root is going to lie between 2 to the 3. This is one position. Or it also may have another position like this. This is alpha and this is the beta. So one root lies between 0 to the 2, other root lies between 0 to 2 to the 3. So the graph, if you draw it, the graph either like this or like this. Understand? The graph is like this, means if it represents the upward parabola, means that expression has to give the minimum. Expression has to give the minimum. If it is giving the minimum, means x square quotient क्या हो सकता?
Positive.
Positive. So first case I will take that c minus 5 is positive. Coefficient of x square has the positive sign, and this expression will give the minimum. In certain cases, the graph will be like this. So in this, one root, that is alpha, lies in between 0 to the 2, other root beta lies between 2 to the 3. In certain cases, if I take that x is equal to 0, the corresponding f of 0, which is positive, no? F of 0 positive. Okay. If I substitute that x is equal to 2 in that, the corresponding value f of 2, what you are getting? F of 2 will be negative.
Negative.
And if I substitute x equal to 3 in that equation, x equal to 3 if I substituted, corresponding f of 3 क्या मिलेंगे हमको? F of 3 is positive. Means indirectly they have given all these conditions. This is first case. So first I will take f of 0. F of 0 I will take it. F of 0 means take x is equal to 0 there. What you are getting?
C minus 4.
C minus
is positive. C minus 4 is positive. Second, I will take that f of 2. F of 2 means keep that x is equal to 2 there, 2 square. 4. If you multiply by 4 there, 4c,
4C
minus 20.
20.
Under 2c to 2 minus 4c plus c minus 4 is less than 0. This is the second condition. Here 4c cancel. Minus 20 minus 4.
C minus 20.
Minus 24.
C minus 24 means C is less than 24. This is the third one. Second one. Okay. Next, third case. And f of 3 is greater than 0. F of 3 greater than 0. F of 3, take that x equal to 3 there. 3 square, 9.
9C
Multiply by the
minus
9.
45.
9c minus 45. 3 to the 6c plus c minus 4 is greater than 0. Okay. Now 9c plus c, 10c minus 6c means 4c is greater than minus 45 minus 4 means 49. Means c is greater than 49 by 4. Okay. Means here we got the 3 intervals. Now what is the common interval satisfied by all the 3? This is c is greater than 4. Okay. Now for these 3 I have to find the common interval. For that take the real line. On that there is a 4 is there. 49 by 4 approximately this is 12 point something. 12 4 is 48. Means it is 12 point something. That will be there here. And it is 24. Okay. Now as for this interval it is saying that we have to take the c value which is more than 4. More than 4 but not 4. All these values we have to take it. It is saying that we have to take less than 24. This is the 24. Less than that we have to take it. And this is saying that we have to take c is more than 49 by 4. More than 49 by 4. Now tell me what are the common values? Satisfy all the 3.
C lies between
49 by 4
49 by 4
49
and
by 4 to
24.
24. Therefore, from this we can say that C belongs to 49 by 4 comma 24. 49 by 4 comma 24. कौन सा bracket लेना है?
Open.
Open bracket.
Open. Equal to is not there. Open bracket. Now tell me, in between that interval, what are the integral solutions?
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Integral
18,
solution is equal to C
Up
is
to
equal
23.
to, because 49 by 4 means 12 point something. 12 point something means 12 will not include in this. More than 12 you have to take it. So 12 के बाद next integer क्या है? 13, 14, 15. कहाँ तक लेना?
23.
23 तक लेना पड़ेगा. This is going to give, that is the set yes they have given. Set yes are the number of integral solutions. Then how many elements will be there in this set?
11.
11.
11. So number of integral solutions are 11 in this case. This is एक ही case हो गया हमारा. और दूसरा possibility भी है. So x square का coefficient has the negative sign. If it has the negative sign, this expression may have the maximum. If it has the maximum, that downward parabola also possible. वो केस भी चेक करना पड़ेगा.
Yes.
अच्छा पहले लिखो, बाद में केस पे जाएंगे हम. So start on this.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now look at the case 2. Observe the case 2, that is, suppose if x square coefficient, that is c minus x, c minus 5 has the negative sign, that implies c is less than 5. Means c minus has the negative sign, coefficient of x square is the negative, then this expression will have maximum. In certain cases, the graph of that particular function might be like this. In that they are saying that one root lies in between 0 to the 2, other root lies between 2 to the 3, that is alpha and this is beta, where alpha lies between 0 to the 2, beta lies between 2 to the 3. In certain cases, if I take x is equal to 0, what is f of 0?
Negative.
F of negative. What about f of 2?
Positive.
Positive. What is f of 3?
Negative.
Negative. The corresponding 3 value get the negative, corresponding the 2 value get the positive. This is the condition. Okay. Now first we'll take this condition f of 0 less than 0. So in this condition f of 0 means keep x is equal to 0 there, C minus 4 less than 0, therefore C is less than 4. This is another interval. Now, take this condition f of 2. F of 2 means take x equal to 2 there. 2 square means 4. Multiply by 4. 4c minus 20. 2 into 2 means minus 4c plus c minus 4 is greater than 0. 4c cancel. C is greater than 24. This is the second interval. And the third one, f of 3 is less than 0. F of 3 means keep x is equal to 3 there. 3 square means 9. 9 से multiply करो. 9c minus 45. 3 2s are 6c plus c minus 4 less than 0. Okay. So 9c minus 6c. 3c plus c means 4c is less than 49. C is less than 49 by 4. This is the fourth interval. We have the different intervals here. Now we have to find what is the common interval satisfied by all these four. For that, take the real line and that सबसे छोटा value 4, represent the 4. Then there is a 5. Then there is a 49 by 4. Then there is a 24. Now, if you observe there, it is saying that we have to take the value of the C which is less than 4. 4 से छोटा value लेना पड़ेगा. 4 से छोटा. It is saying that 5 से छोटा. And it is saying that 24 से बड़ा. More than 24 you have to take it. And it is saying that 49 by 4 से छोटा. Now tell me, is there any common value which satisfy all the four intervals? Four intervals satisfy only.
No, no.
Because
No.
it is going other side. And all these three coming towards this side. That's why here no common value of the C is possible. That's why in this case the solution set is pi. Means for any value of the C, this case is not possible. That's why here no integral values of